Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Thank you, Jesus. I love you, bro. Thank you. I love you. You know I was gonna call you Wallahi.
Pack.
I'm dripping. I'm still dripping.
Slow-mo. Citrus do.
This is Scarface. This one of my Islamic brothers right here.
That's not that bad, though. It's not that bad.
Two of them.
Two.
Yeah. You know this nigga dead it though, man. This nigga retarded, man.
I'm with my brother right here, Wallahi.
Salam alaikum. Special delivery. Special delivery, man.
Special delivery, man. He bought this shit.
Hold on, that's blue cream. That's pineapple.
Blue cream.
That's act peach.
Act peach.
Hold on.
Sayso man.
Come on, man. Citrus do. Red cream.
Wallahi, thank you. Yeah, save my soul.
Every flavor. Another citrus do. Blue cream.
Wow, guys. Hey, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. I had to jump back on here real fast. Video surfaces, as you can see, Sauce is in good spirits, great spirits, as it says here. He was brought some drinks, and he says Sauce in peace, Sayso P, you know, so it's good to hear him in good spirits. OG, what do you think about this?
Yeah, well, hey, it looks like he's doing pretty good. Brother Wally is sending some beverages during Ramadan, and a shout out to Ramadan and all the Muslims, and he's embracing Sauce giving his shout out, showing his he got shot in the thigh, through and through wound. He's in great spirits. He's pushing it. Hey, real Texas boy, man. You know, he's putting it in.
Yeah, he took two to the. If you look, he shows he's opening up the bandages, showing you where he got hit at. He takes two in the leg. he shows it. I think the other guy says it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You know, man, trying to keep his spirits up, man. It's just good to see him in great spirits. You know, like I said, I met Sauce. You've met Sauce. Sauce, when you come down to just talking to him, a sharp young brother, dope. You can look at him, and you even if you try to judge him, you can't, because he's not gonna show you his hand. So when I'm dealing with him and talking to him, he showed me the utmost respect. You know, and I know when you sent me those pictures, he rocked out with you, and just a good dude when it come down to how I met him. I know you told me the same story, so I know you feel the same way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's a solid youngster. He came down here, man, putting this thing in, him and his little crew, got it in, was downtown. Some idiot tried to rob him and got what they call unalived. And, you know, he wrestled with him and did his thing and popped right on back like, you know, it was just another day in the neighborhood. So he adjusted to Babylon very well. And I give him all this shout out, and I'm glad that, you know, everything worked out for him in this situation. You know, it's a tragedy that these things is happening and this gunplay that we having daily, but he's in the spirit, and he got a little crew behind him. So, man, shout out to Big Sauce.
Man, I mean, like I said, I remember when he came out there with you, and I remember you hit me up. I believe it was you and Melvin, and it was just like, man, he was out here and he was a solid young dude, you know, and y'all was telling me how solid he kept it, you know, during that whole situation. And I was like, dang, man, you know, and then I had met him at that time when you guys was telling me about that. It was probably not even 6 months later, me and him was at Magic together, and we, you know, embraced and hung out, and just a lot of Texas love, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of respect, a lot of, you know, we hadn't seen each other, but we knew each other. We hadn't seen each other in person. He said, man, I love what you're doing for Texas. I said, I love what you're doing. And that's kind of how that went. And, you know, we talked about getting together. But, you know, like I said, I root for the youngsters, man, because to be honest with you, it's really not, to me, a thing where you go post and blame or trying to judge somebody for their situation, no matter what it may be. When you older like us, we paved the way for a lot of these young cats. And if want to listen or if want to rock with you, then you might be able to say something that can, you know, help further along the situation in the process of their life. But a lot of times our older cats will get mad and say, oh, that young, he out of control, or that young dude, or they'll talk to each other about the youngsters, but they don't talk to the youngsters.
And that's the part right there where I commend you and Melvin them hitting corners and all that stuff for trying to reach out, for trying to pave a way, for trying to say something. You know, when that happened out there in with him, to see you guys embrace him like you did, you know, and how y'all linked up soon as that had happened, and you know, y'all being right there with him, or you being right there with him, you know, it was like, dang, man, like I really felt like I was part of something special. So just to look out for the younger dudes is big for me, OG.
It got to. Without, they said the children are our future. You know, a lot of people, you get up in age. They say the older you get, the wiser you get. But the older you get, the scarier you get. So you don't take the chances. So we forget a lot of times that we were young too. And now you just claim who youngsters are. Oh, I can't talk to them. You just got scared to get back in the street. And then you just roll up and die. If you cannot talk to a kid, you need to be in another business. It's no sense in being afraid of you. You're in a world of trouble when you're afraid of your own children.
Why do you think God brought you through this storm to get you this far, for you to act as if you don't know nothing about what you done when you were younger? A lot of older people, and you know it, forget about everything that they did when they were young because you can't see it no more because they done got older. So a lot of times we'll forget about, you know, I look at my kids and I look at the people around me and I don't be like, man, I can't believe they did this or that, because I did way worse. So I don't be sitting back looking at them trying to act as if, oh man, what they just went through, man, I did way worse. I seen way more. I've been here a long time and God spared my life and kept me going, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't go through what I went through. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know what these boys facing out there in them streets in them late night, wee hours of the night. I was out there in them wee hours of the night. I was out there religiously in them wee hours of the night. So now all of a sudden, now that I'm not out there, for me to turn a blind eye and be like, man, I can't believe they out there doing this, and that's hypocritical. You did it. So at the end of the day, you ain't got no reason to be sitting up here acting as if you don't remember them. It was some Freaknik tapes that came back out, embarrassed a lot of them old folks that were acting like these young folk were doing way more than them. Them old Freaknik tapes came out, videos came out. They was popping it down there at the Freaknik. Now they look at the girls on the video. Y'all don't look much different.
Come on.
Y'all were doing the same thing. So, and you know, in the book of Ecclesiastes, say nothing new under the sun. I believe that. When King Solomon wrote that, hey, I believe that, bro. I don't think it's nothing new under the sun. I think everybody doing the same thing repetitiously, just in different ways.
That's right.
So, I mean, but to see Sauce, like I say, open these bandages up, getting back to him. He's, you know, I heard him, you know, say Sauce of Sayso P, which tells me, you know, it's tough when you lose somebody around you in a group. I remember me and my partner was riding out of town together, and I dropped him off, and the next morning he was dead, been stabbed in the chest from the back seat of the car. Somebody that he was, you know, we had did some work together, and the dude jumped up and stabbed him and threw him out at the church. And I went up there that next morning. The worst thing ever is to go and have to go back to somebody that just rode out of town with you, and to see that they got in a situation and they not going to be there with you, you know, no more. They rode down a 2.5 hour drive with you, but they won't get to ride back with you.
That's right.
And so that was tough, just dealing with his family, his brother, and all of them. At the time, he had a twin brother too. And it was just tough to deal with them and trying to filter through that situation when I was tight knit with them like I was. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And you look at, and I said that to say, Sayso P, you know, he gone, and I know see that's what I'm talking about. You can relate to people because you've been through stuff and you lived a little bit. So you can relate to somebody being down with you so much so that y'all did whatever to look out for each other. And this just so happened that didn't go that way. And you didn't get to be there. You didn't get to do what you would have normally did to try to keep that brother alive or try to figure out a way not to let that happen. But you still got to stay strong for the people that's around you, that's looking at you for guidance. You know what I mean? As a leader, bro. So that's the part right there. I don't think people
you know, a lot of people can't even reference or either think to be like that because they ain't never had to go through nothing like that. That's why the OG's supposed to be here for them youngsters. And no matter what, yeah, they might be going through something, but we can get them through it if we just really be there for them. And if they don't, then we gave it a hell of a shot, huh, OG?
That's right.
Shit,
Hey, sometimes it's best to listen. Nobody all the time wants your opinion. They tell me they don't want my opinion all the time. I understand that. Sometimes these kids just need somebody to listen to.
wow.
You know? And if you knew everything that you knew and was so opinionated, why aren't you successful? As Black people, why we need to listen to these kids and understand their pain, bro.
Wow.
You know?
I agree 100%, OG. Hey, man, Sauce Walka first video out. 2 shots in the leg. He's showing you the bullet wound right here. And he's looking to be in great spirits, man. Make sure you get in the comments, man. Let us know what you think about Sauce Walka in this video of him showing the wounds and seem to be in good spirits. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.